Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. Check 1 2, check 1 2. Welcome back to another episode of the Stack Bitcoin Show, your beginner-friendly guide to saving in Bitcoin. What's up, guys? Gee, we're back. Bitcoin's down $6,000 from the all-time high. Are you scared yet? You shouldn't be. You shouldn't be. Okay? We have a motto here. It's dips are gifts. Is this dip a gift? I don't know. Doesn't matter to me. When I see the price of Bitcoin, I see 0.12 million Bitcoin. Okay? 0.12 million Bitcoin. When Bitcoin hits $1 million, you're not gonna care if you got it at 0.120 or at 0.125 or even at 0.13. Okay, even at 0.2, even at 0.25, $250,000 Bitcoin is $0.25 million Bitcoin. Okay, so if you look at it in terms of future, then these little price adjustments, these little price fluctuations between 118,000, 113,000 to 125,000, 120,000, it's a rounding error, right? So we say it's a rounding error. So you have Bitcoin at what? $121,000 today. It's a $0.121 million Bitcoin, right? And at $0.125 million Bitcoin. So it's nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about. The way we're saving here on the show, we're saving in a way that we're able to service our debts and continue to stack. We don't need that money for the next 4 years minimum. If you can do that, if you can commit to not touching that money for at least a good 4 years, I mean, don't get me wrong, we're still doing a lot better even after 1 year, after 2 years of saving in Bitcoin. But commit to yourself that you're not going to touch it for 4 years, and you'll be way better off. You'll be well off. Like these little dips from 125,000 to 120,000, they're not even going to phase you. It's not a big deal. Yeah, if you just got in right now at 125,000, you might be freaking out. Now you're down a little bit from your entry. After a day, you're down, 3 or 4%? But that's not a lot in the world of Bitcoin. And Bitcoin, like, we'll recover that, no problem, And it might continue to go down, right? Maybe it goes all the way back down to, I don't know, to try to find support somewhere in the, back to 118,000. I don't know, right? If it does, who cares, right? Hard Huddle says, always crashes after I buy. Exactly. We're always buying the new all-time high. And it doesn't really matter because, remember, we bought the new all-time high when it was, I think 67,000 was the new all-time high. And we're like, oh man, we're buying the top, and then it dipped for a little bit, didn't recover for a while, then it came back up, blew past 67,000. It got into the 70s, 71, 72, 73, and we bought the top there too, right? And then it dipped, of course, right? And then we just kept buying. And now we're over here at 120. Yesterday we bought at $126,000 Bitcoin yesterday, the buy for the show, right? And we're down to 121,000. But it doesn't faze me because I understand that's going to keep going up in value. So these little dips, instead of being scared of these dips, you need to consider them gifts, okay? Dips are gifts. Bitcoin's down $6,000 since yesterday. But it doesn't matter. I'm actually happy because it means I'm going to get more Satoshis for my money today than I did yesterday. So let's check that out right now. Let's jump into the Bitcoin strength. Today, the price of Bitcoin is $121,000. So $121,292.02 Bitcoin. Today you can get more satoshis for a single dollar. Yesterday we're getting 700 satoshis and some change. Today we're getting 824 satoshis for a single dollar. Pretty awesome, right? If you have a penny, 1 penny right now will buy you 8.24 satoshis. 8 satoshis for a single penny. Definitely getting more bang for your buck today, right? What is a satoshi? You might be asking. A satoshi is a fraction of a Bitcoin. Just like a dollar is made up of 100 cents, a Bitcoin is made up of 100 million satoshis. If you can accumulate 100 million satoshis, you in essence have a whole Bitcoin. The goal for the show here is to accumulate 100 million satoshis, to show the whole process starting from 0 to get to 1 Bitcoin, which we're almost there. We're at 0.8 Bitcoin, something like that. Stay tuned. You'll be able to see our whole stack and where we're at, how much we spent, and how much we made. I'm going to show you all those numbers. I show them on every episode. Okay. But anyway, the reason I highlight the Satoshi value of and the Satoshi denominations of a Bitcoin is because a lot of people, when they see Bitcoin, they say $121,000. I'll never be able to afford that because I can't save up that much. You know, by the time I save up $121,000, Bitcoin will be at $200,000. I'll never keep up, right? And what I want to tell you is that you don't save up to buy Bitcoin, ladies and gentlemen. You save in Bitcoin, okay? Because the reason I'm showing you that you can buy 823 fractions of a Bitcoin for $1 is to show you that you don't need the whole amount to buy a whole Bitcoin all at once. You can buy it in small increments. You can start with a penny. I mean, maybe if the exchange allows it, but you can start with $1, $10, $20, $100, whatever you feel comfortable with. The point is to start saving in Bitcoin so you can start to see how it performs for you, right? Don't take my word for it, okay? Maybe take my word for it and spend $10 on Bitcoin, okay? Just, you know what? I'm going to take $10. I'm going to buy Bitcoin like this guy's talking about, and I'm going to see what happens, okay? Take those $10, pretend like you burned them, like you don't have them anymore, okay? You buy $10 worth of Bitcoin. It's not a big ask. It's not a big ask. It's just $10, okay? You take those $10 and you buy the Bitcoin with it. You're gonna get what, about 8,222 satoshis. 8,220 satoshis. That's what you'll get right now for $10. And you're gonna just sit on it. You're not gonna spend it. You're not gonna move it. Anything. Just leave it where it's at for now. And give it like a couple weeks. Give it a month. Give it 2 months. And then you'll be like, oh wow, that $10 that I bought, $10 worth of Bitcoin I bought like last month. Hey, well, it's worth like $12 now, or like $11, right? It's like, oh wow. You'll start to see the benefits on your own. You don't need me to tell you, right? But the point is, you do gotta get started. Once you get started, you'll start to see the benefits of it, and you'll be like, oh my God, I wish I would have put $100 instead of $10, and that would have been, instead of going from $10 to $11 over the month, it went from like $100 to $110. And then you start, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. You start to look into it. You start to learn more about Bitcoin, and next thing you know, you are stacking like crazy, like we do here all the time. Aaron in the house. What up, Aaron? We got the dip. That's right, baby. See, Aaron knows what's up. It's been a while since I've seen you in here. Welcome back. I'm glad you came back. And yeah, Aaron's got the right attitude. When you get dips like this, and you understand what Bitcoin's doing, what it is, and how it's gonna continue to increase in purchasing power in the future, you realize that this is not something to be afraid of. This is something to embrace. This is something that is gonna allow you to accumulate more Bitcoin per dollar, right? And help you grow your stack faster, okay? Because remember, the more Bitcoin you have, the sooner you'll be able to hit your freedom date, which is you don't have to work at your normal job anymore if you don't want to. You can still work your job if you want to, like if that's your thing, if you enjoy your job. But if you don't have to keep working there. No, you can do whatever you want. Anyway, let's keep the show rolling. What is this dip? A dip for ants. We want more. Let's go. That's right. So let's keep the show rocking and rolling. We did this Bitcoin strength. Now let's do why we stack for the beginners out here, right? Why we stack? Why do we save in Bitcoin? What does it mean to stack? Stack is just a fun way of saying saving in, okay? Saving Bitcoin, stacking sats, stacking fractions of a Bitcoin, stacking Satoshis, right? Because we're not wealthy Michael Saylor types with enormous income, where we can stack Bitcoins. that would be awesome, right? Those days have come and gone. But for us regular plebs, we can still stack fractions of a Bitcoin. We stack sats, we stack satoshis, right? And we continue to do it. Here on the show, we do it every weekday, Monday through Friday. We're buying at least $20 a pop. And to show you that you don't have to be rich to get started with Bitcoin, the barrier to entry is very low. And stick around, I'm going to show you the actual numbers, right? The purchasing power of our savings in Bitcoin have doubled since we started the show, right? And it's very basic, right? So why do we save in Bitcoin? As an elevator pitch, the shortest possible description of why we're doing this, because when you save in Bitcoin, it's like traveling back in time and giving yourself a perpetually increasing retroactive raise for the hours you've already worked for as long as you hold the Bitcoin that represents those hours. And that is why we stack. That's why we stack segment, ladies and gentlemen. Short and sweet to the point. Aaron says, my DCA go in at 3 a.m., so technically I bought the top. Let's go. It's all right. It's all right. I love that you have the DCA scheduled automatic. I would love to do that for the show, but unfortunately, on the show, I show the purchase each time, so I can't do it automatically. I still have to pay the fees, but it's worth it because we're trying to set the example that it's doable, it's easy. If a guy like me that's not too smart can run a show, keep you guys somewhat entertained, and buy Bitcoin at the same time once every weekday, then you can do it too with your full undivided attention. Okay, all right. So that was the why we stack. Now, unless there's any questions coming through, let's jump into the next topic of the show. Of course. Oops. What is it? There it is. The stack recap, because we don't only talk about stacking Bitcoin here Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 3 p.m. Eastern. We actually do it every single weekday, and this is our proof of stacking, proof of work. Bam. Okay. So far in 2025, we've saved $5,600 through our show's DCA process. We buy $20 for each episode, and sometimes when it dips extra hard and it goes below our average buy price for the year, which in this case is already blown out of the water. If it dips below $102,000, we'll buy $40 worth of Bitcoin. If it dips below our lowest purchase price of the year, which is $76,000, we'll buy a quadruple stack. We'll buy $80. But so far, I mean, it's been going great. So we're only going to do $20 each for today, right? In 2020, so far in 2025, all of our purchases combined average out to a gain of about 24% for the year. I'm not even talking about 4-year plan here, guys. I'm just talking about the first year of your 4-year goal of holding that Bitcoin, right? Because we like to set the rule of holding the Bitcoin for at least 4 years, but really I don't intend on selling it. It's just a little rule of thumb for somebody that's new to kind of get that concept, right? All right, in 2024, we did the same thing. We bought $20 worth of Bitcoin each day we saved up $7,245, and it's currently worth $14,868. So we're up 102% on that buy, on that for that year, and that hasn't even been a full year ago. I was expecting it to be at about 50%, but Bitcoin has blown my mind and exceeded my expectations, which I thought were bullish, at 50% gains. Okay, I was expecting this stack to be at 50% gains by the end of this year, right? And it's already at 102% gains, and I have about 3 months left in the year. So way overperformed. Okay, even my stack for this year, we're in the same year. I wasn't expecting it to go 50%. I'm expecting it to go 50%, like at the end of next year. It's already at 24%. It's insane, right? Anyway, so we're doing well. We also track our strategic Bitcoin reserve, which basically combines all the purchases we've done throughout the lifespan of this show. And all those go here, right? All the way back to our first ever purchase on the show back on May 22nd, 2023, when we purchased $5 worth of Bitcoin at the price we deserved back then, which was $27,360 Bitcoin. Oh my gosh. How much Bitcoin would you buy right now if you could buy it at 27,000, guys? What would you do? I will be buying at the top forever, but almost daily for years. Very nice. Very nice, Aaron. Yeah, but it's crazy, right? To see that that purchase, that $20, that $5 bought us about 18,000 Satoshis, and right now we're not gonna get 18,000 Satoshis with $20. It's wild. All right. That is the stack recap. Crazy, right? It's crazy. All right, so yeah, we'll just leave it at that for now. We'll pop into the 2025 spreadsheet and get the buy queued up for today. Okay, let's do that real quick. Now that we know how much Bitcoin we're gonna buy, $20 worth. There's only one thing left to do. It's time to stack some Bitcoin, baby. Let's go. I'll bring in my app here and open up my Strike app. Oh. There it is. Open up my Strike app. Hit buy. Type in 20. Hit next. Get the buy queued up. Cut the music. Start the drum roll, please. Here we go. Buying $20 worth of Bitcoin today on the Stack Bitcoin show to continue our DCA that we've been doing for the past 2.5 years almost. There it goes. And just like that, an additional 16,308 Satoshis have been bought and will be added to the 2025 spreadsheet and the cumulative spreadsheet. And I'm going to show you guys where we're at as far as our whole Bitcoin stack right now. We're over 0.08. So close to 1 Bitcoin. Let's go. We'll look at the numbers in a second after we update this, okay? So today is 10/7/25. And the price of Bitcoin we deserve today is $121,780.72 Bitcoin. Not bad. That's a pretty good price. Oh, what is this? 121,780. Oh, and I forgot the decimal. $20, and that got us 0.0001638 Bitcoin, 16,308 Satoshis. Very good. There it is. All right, let's copy this data and put it on the cumulative spreadsheet for the strategic Bitcoin reserve. Here. Look at all that green, guys. Man, there's only a few red spots. Is that even a red spot here? This is a typo here. This is a erroneous here. This one is also erroneous. That one's good. But these two, 111,000. These two should be green for sure. Anyway, we are doing pretty good. Okay, there it is. There's the, oops. Okay, there it is. All right, let's check out the full amount for the whole lifespan of the show. Oh my God, we're so close to 0.9 Bitcoin, guys. Damn, look at, we're getting closer to narrowing it down to, once again, under $15,000 away from one whole Bitcoin. With these little dips, it gives us a little bit of an advantage to try to get that one Bitcoin before it takes off on us, right? So I'm happy that we're getting closer to that one Bitcoin. We are currently 0.1237199 Bitcoin away from a one whole Bitcoin, guys. One whole Bitcoin, completing the mission of the channel, completing the final boss of this whole live stream, this whole show, right? My goal with this show was to hope to show the whole journey from 0 BTC, from 0 Satoshis, all the way to one whole Bitcoin. And we're getting close. Yeah, I cheated a little bit because I can't I can't DCA $20 a day and expect to get to 1 Bitcoin. It's just mathematically impossible. Thanks to Carlos pointed it out like a few months ago. And so we bit the bullet. We got a $50,000 loan and Smash bought at $113,000 Bitcoin. And that loan is accounted for in our settings here, in our stats. There it is. Smash buy of 0.43 Bitcoin, right? And through the show's DCA process, we have accumulated 0.28 Bitcoin. So, I mean, it's still, if you didn't do the 50K loan, you would still have a pretty good gain of about 112% if you've been stacking with me since the beginning of the show, right? Fun fact: we are 95% since 1 year ago. Oh yeah, that's crazy. Anyway, that's what we have so far. That's the status of the channel. It's the status of the show. And just like that, guys, one more episode is in the bag. Hope you guys enjoyed today. I know it's a little bit quick, but you got stuff to do. I got stuff to do to figure out how to get more of this sweet Bitcoin. One of my side hustles is coming through. I think I'm going to make another $40 worth of scratch today. And then I'll buy that and add it to the thing. I'll show you guys tomorrow the stuff I've been doing for my side hustles. I'll show you that sheet tomorrow. But yeah, we're sticking to it. Trying to find ways to legally make more cash so we can continue to stack harder and get into that 1 Bitcoin sooner than later before it takes off on us, and then we can celebrate having done the goal of the show. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow for another episode of the Stack Bitcoin Show. But until then, remember, if you ain't stacking, you're slacking. Bye.